Let me let them know that we're live in the city chat. And then I want to bring my YouTube up right quick before we continue this stuff and talk about this stuff. Should you be paying for seasons? Are you going to pay for seasons? What type of rewards are going to be offered in the premium version of the season pass? There's a lot to talk about, man. And you already know the type of vibes I be on. You already know. It's like, where does this stuff... Did you think 2K was finna take a 7%, knowingly take a 7% decline in consumer sales? They're too smart, man. They're just too smart. We need to be just as smart, though. That's all that is. We need to be just as smart. Salute to the folks that are in here. What up, lovely channel? Jay Bape, I see you. We have to pay for seasons. How about we will pay for each shooting motion? Let me bring up the season stuff before I get into this stuff. I want to make sure that I have everything up to par so we can talk about it. Visit. Okay, that's that. Now we could put that down right now. I just got to remember to bring it up when we're ready to get into it. Coach Z, what up, man? Never miss a video. Salute to you, Coach Z. I appreciate that, man. Everybody hear me clear. Hey, move. Tim and Tannis, start positive. Good day. Hopefully you have a good one as well. Tim and Tannis. Billy T, what's good? Wagwan. Appreciate the continuous insight. Big ups to you as well, Mars. You already know the vibes. Ready to hear the goods. First, I was in a space last night. Salute to All City Big Heck, because All City Big Heck really helps to keep me informed. If you guys want to stay informed as well, go to Twitter and put @BS1 to pull up All City Big Heck and drop them a follow. Pay for seasons. Yes, yeah. I just dropped a video explaining in detail. We'll go over it here in this live stream so you guys know what we're talking about. I was definitely waiting for your take on this. Salute to you, James. Well, you already know the vibes. You know the vibes. I am for the people, hands down. I am a gamer. I'm a gamer first. Before content creation, before any of this stuff, I'm a gamer first. First, I want to start this off by saying that I was in a space, a Twitter space last night. If you guys don't know Kai, Splash Edition, last night alone, he very quickly became one of my favorite 2K influencers. I don't even know if he classifies himself as that. But oh my God, that man was standing on his 10. And he was in there with Uncle Demi. Uncle Demi trying to tell the business side and what us consumers have to do to understand 2K. We don't have to do nothing but buy the game or not buy the game. We don't need to understand the business end. We don't need to nothing. All we need to do is pay money for a product and get what we deserve out of the money that we pay for that product. Point blank, period. I don't care what's going on your end of the spectrum of 2K. That's just facts. I think 2K is very quickly, and 2K and all their affiliates are very quickly forgetting what they're built on. They are built on the consumer. They are built on the people. The ego on some folks, man. I'm hearing all this stuff. What up, Don? I'm hearing all this stuff in this Twitter space last night. Well, you got to understand 2K. Well, you don't understand. It don't work like... What the hell you mean it don't work like that? Brody, we had it in the game already. So Kai, standing on his 10, said 2K23 is trash. And he wasn't just calling it trash for the sake of calling it trash. He's a highly educated individual, which, I just love it. I just love how to watch grown folks debate. If it's not obvious by now, I obviously sided with Kai. And his entire perspective, completely. His entire perspective. And it was great hearing this come, because I don't consider myself a comp player. I consider myself casual who can get into the comp scene if I wanted to, and not at the highest elite levels at that. Kai considered himself an elite comp player. And because he's an elite comp player is why he was explaining in detail what he was experiencing from his comp level perspective. And from that perspective, he went on to detail why 2K23 is trash. And that he also like was just going at their necks saying there's no excuse for it being trash. How come you don't got the right people in the right places to tell you that the game is trash prior to release? So I think that's a good segue into this season stuff. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What advice? So I'm not, this is not to go at Uncle Demi because my argument, and this is not to go at any 2K affiliates. Listen, Uncle Demi helped give me some insight. And this was Fanta in there. The space was hosted by Red City 2K and EJ. So salute to them boys for making that space and allowing Uncle Demi to give us some insight. So, because my argument has never been with the developers, like I've said many times, I feel like the developers' hands are tied. They're like in regards to, from a lot of our player perspectives, we think like development teams are like the top of the top. Negative, Kochi. In regards to the corporate environment totem pole, they're like at the low end. They got to make what the big wigs want happen. So although they're involved in developing the game, which is definitely an amazing career to have, when the politics come into play, that's when things get a little bit complicated. You're not designing the game you want to make for the masses. You're designing the game that can create the most money out of the masses. Hopefully that resonates with you guys. So yeah, people can recognize fake. We're not stupid. Facts. I think Uncle Demi definitely took a stand in saying that he's on the 2K side of things. The misconception that I got out of that space is that folks like Uncle Demi and folks that are surrounding him think that everybody wants to be involved with like being a 2K next maker or get involved in 2K on that low end of the totem pole, like development end. It's so sad, bro. It's so sad. When I'm talking about 2K, I'm talking about the big dogs, not the development team. The development team has the power, but I know their hands are tied. There's red tape they got to go through. So Uncle Demi was explaining how and hopefully this will give you guys some insight as well as we get into the paid seasons. Salute to you too as well, SNR. But hopefully this will give you guys some insight as well. Because from Uncle Demi and Fanta, they were both saying that one, like considering YouTube viewers and YouTube creators, we make up such a tiny portion, like a slither of the amount of people in regards to percentages, the amount of people who play 2K. And that's completely understandable. And I always say that we are minuscule. Like this platform is super tiny. So is the development team. So are the 2K next makers tiny in regards to the influence on 2K. He went on to explain how the development team truly cares about the development of 2K. They put in and invest a ton of hours into making that happen, but he also went on to offer excuses in the sense, well, what seems like an excuse, how 2K doesn't have enough time. How many companies out there do you know that stretch their workers thin? Damn near every company in America stretches their workers thin. You wear a lot of hats when you go to work in 9 to 5. How many of you guys in the stream right now wear like 10 different hats? You get paid for one set responsibility, which you applied for, got approved for, and got hired for. But when you get into that 9 to 5 job, how many additional responsibilities do they try to throw on you? These are low end of the spectrum type of workers. He said they work endless amounts of hours. Low end workers work endless amounts of hours. And I'm not knocking that. I respect them. I respect anybody's work. But what I'm saying is when we're talking about as a consumer, you think I'm worried about, all right, you go buy a couch. You think I'm worried about the person who made the couch, the person in the warehouse who's making the couch, or I'm talking to somebody like the CEO, CFO? Who you think my complaint is going to go to when I'm not satisfied with the couch? So when I'm talking about the problems with 2K, I'm talking about the big wigs. I'm talking to the big wigs, B. Because the problems that are occurring now with 2K are coming from when a business perspective gets added into a development or creative perspective. Do I believe like the 2K development team truly wants to create an amazing experience for players? I believe that 100%. I believe that. But their hands are tied, and because they work for a company whose best interest is to get in or dig into the consumer's pockets, they got to take heat, especially the ones who want to be at the forefront in every single space, creating videos. And you're going to have to take the heat, homie. You want to serve as the voice for a company who continues to try and dig in my pockets? Brody, guilty by association. These are facts. No, am I tripping? These are facts. I wouldn't ever want to, like I said, Kai Splash Edition, salute to that man. Stood on his 10 and let it know this game ain't it, B. Not only is it not it, so let me tell y'all one more thing, y'all. Let me tell y'all one more thing. They said, Kai brought up this idea that how about we get mechanics that were previously in the game already? They're like, man, geniuses, man. Oh my God. Complete salesmen. 2K is molding salesmen and saleswomen. They don't even, they're not even hearing the words that are coming out of their mouths. They tried to say, dead seriously tried to say, I was in utter shock. Let me tell you something. When we was going into next gen, one of the things that Mike Wang boasted about was the idea that the next gen consoles provide them so much more opportunities to create amazing. It gives them a larger capacity to work with. They were limited in previous versions of 2K on older generation consoles. So when Kai brought up, hey, if we had these old mechanics back then, why can't we just you already have it. It's already in the coding. Why can't you just put it into the new versions of the game? Certain mechanics that prove successful. You know what the answer was? Unbelievable. Their answer was, well, that's because it was on the old gen system and the new gen system works differently. I could care less how the new gen system works. You should be able to make it happen if it was done on the old generation console. That's basic stuff. Now, I'm not a coder. I'm not a developer. I know nothing about that stuff, but I do know that if you had the coding before, on an old generation console, there's nothing you can't do on a new gen. The new gen console that we pay as consumers way more for is not going to limit your development in no way. Are you trying to convince me that the new gen consoles are limiting your development? So sometimes them folks, they're going to dig themselves in a hole for having such loud mouths. That's what they're going to do. They want to speak on things that they had no business speaking on. Uncle Demi, salute to him for the way in which he handled himself. He was extra cautious and even slowed down Fanta. There was something in particular that I really want to blast out. And I want to spread it because Fanta almost put himself in a box. And I want to put this joint on blast, but I'm not for the sake. I don't even know Fanta, but for the sake of Fanta, he sounded like a good guy. I don't know nothing about him or probably none of the other dudes that were in there. You know, I don't be on that type of stuff. I don't care less if you're a comp player. And I'm not knocking Fanta, but I just mean to say he said something that I know you guys will be really interested in knowing about, but for the sake of the homie, I'm not gonna put the joint on blast. It has something to do with the attributes or your finishing attributes and what you're going to need to be successful. I'm going to leave it at that. and we'll move on. I'm not trying to save him. I'm not trying to save him per se, but I'm not one to listen. I respect everybody's grind, and hopefully this helps you guys understand that there's like this particular platform was built on integrity. So I'm not just jumping out the window for the sake of jumping out the window. The information will come out eventually. And whoever was recording that Twitter space probably knows what I'm talking about. He almost put something on blast. He almost got himself in trouble. And Uncle Demi had to tell him, hey, chill. And that's the type of time they on, bro. That's the type of time they on. Salute to them, to each their own. You take your own path. I get that. I'm not knocking y'all at all. Salute to them boys. You know what I want to say too, to add another layer to this stuff? I love how them folks in that space were all thinking more with a business mindset. I hate that it has to be the 2K way, but I love that these boys are like, because to me, they boys, a lot of them, maybe not Uncle Demi. I don't know how old Uncle Demi is, but a lot of them sound young. Salute to them boys who put success or keep success at the forefront of their minds. I'll say that, because there's a lot more to success that folks got to consider, like retirements and savings and things like that. You want to build wealth, not just instant success. So salute to them boys for thinking along them lines and trying to chase that bag properly. So there is no way that I would ever put that stuff in jeopardy. And not to say that I even have that power to put it in jeopardy. I just mean to say I don't throw myself out the window just for the sake of creating controversy for no reason. And I'm not going to burn any bridges for no reason. It just is what it is. Nothing happened, Antonio Camacho. We finna get into it though. You guys are paying for seasons. Like I said just a second ago, Splash Edition Kai. I knew nothing about him. Never really heard him speak outside of one short video that he talked about 2K24 being the same game. But yesterday hearing him speak, man, I like that guy a lot. I like him a lot. I'm going to start paying a lot closer attention to him. The stitching on your Lakers jersey, though. Yeah, look at the stitching, bro. You see the stitching, V? Seasons, yeah. Oh, we have feel about seasons. I showed you guys a clip. I put it on Twitter. Go check out my Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter at All City Live TV. But 2 years ago, it was 2 years ago that I said in a video, and I put the clip up on Twitter, I have a feeling that 2K is just trying to desensitize us with these free seasons to eventually get us to pay for seasons. Facts. Splash Edition is one of the realest 2K streamers. Man, Big Red, what's goody? Did you see the 25th anniversary edition gets pass skips now? Oh, get the hell out of here. I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that, Comfortably Numb. I didn't even see that. They're insinuating this financial model to milk every dollar. So that's the difference. So a lot of the 2K nut grabbers, them folks that are bouncing up and down on 2K's nutsack, a lot of them folks are saying, well, other AAA companies, they're practicing the same thing, having you guys pay for seasons, right? And that's facts. I think that's a legitimate argument. Other companies do it. Why can't 2K do it? The difference is that 2K is charging you an arm and a leg for your build just to compete. Now, surely you don't have to pay for that, just like you don't have to pay for seasons. But 2K makes the time that you invest to grind the build take so long that you're going to miss a lot during that time. And if it's your intention to just get the game and go online like myself, I just want to get the game and compete in the modes that I like to compete in, then you're more inclined to pay that money. And to pay that money to max out your build, you're going to have to pay over $100. And we're all expecting there's going to be inflation to that cost, and it's going to increase for 2K24, which I'm going to keep you guys up to date with. The first video I drop is comparing the differences in cost between the build I made in 2K23 versus the build I make in 2K24, so we can get a percentage on the increase of cost. So 2K is going to have you pay for that, and then pay an additional cost for premium rewards. This the difference maker is that 2K is already charging you a lot. You hop on Call of Duty, go get you a pack that'll get you a gun that you can take right out instantly. $20. Get you a pass for $20 or whatnot, and then you got an opportunity to get a ton of cosmetic items and guns. What rewards do you guys think are going to be under the free version of the season pass? It may not happen this year. It may not happen. This year, we may have some decent rewards under the free version. Like I said in the video, I feel like I was used. I feel like a piece of meat. Pause. I feel like I was used. 2K took our analytical data, things that the 2K community praised about seasons, which was the badge point and the core patterns. Gatorade boosts are dope, but things like cosmetic items, folks weren't really it wasn't that big a deal. You think those things are going to stay under the free version of 2K? 2K was able to learn through offering you guys free seasons for 2 or 3 years. 2K was able to learn, hey, they like this. Well, that gets moved into the paid version. Now, let's say I'm wrong here. Let's say I'm wrong. Let's say that 2K they don't take those old things. They leave the badge point. They leave the core pattern under the free version. And let's say 2K offers you, say, a respec option as one of the premium versions, as one of the premium rewards for the paid version of the season pass. How does that sound to y'all? And when you're considering how that sounds to y'all, a respec option is the option to reallocate your attributes on a build. How does that sound? What I'm getting at, what are the chances of that happening even in the paid version? If it happens, I will be truly humbled and I will create another live stream praising 2K for offering that option in the paid version. Because to me, that's a fair compromise. How likely is that to happen? How likely is it for 2K to give you 100K VC under the paid version? You know, on Call of Duty, you guys could purchase packs that'll give you, well, I forget what they call, they use the currency on Call of Duty. Maybe somebody could remind me what's the currency on Call of Duty. But in Call of Duty, you could buy a pack that'll give you those coins that'll get you another pack. You think 2K finna give you guys 100K VC in a season as a premium reward? If they did do that, I think it's a fair compromise. If they said, we're going to give you the respec option, we're going to give you Gatorade, we're going to give you boosts, 10 per category, dope. And I'll be telling you guys and advocating for a season saying that this is just dope. They're giving back. Even though we got to pay, at least they're giving something back, which we would have had to pay for otherwise. Salute to the homie with the $5 super chat. Hold on. Car points. There we go. Adam, appreciate you. Here's a donation towards your 2K24 level skips. That was good. That was good, man. That was appreciate that, Adam. Oh, man. Bruh, there's no way around the finesse. Start the rapture. Say it again. AI Matrix. Come on, man. Y'all already know what type of time I was finna be on when I heard it was paid seasons. Paid seasons? Sure, you can get yours for free. And like I said, the 2K nut huggers are like, well, they're not trying to get you. The 2K nut huggers, the naive 2K, they're holding on the 2K nuts like this. Like the joint is all in their grill. Homie, you can't breathe, bro. Lay off the nuts for a little while, B. Don't you see that even if we have a version right now where the free version is going to be suitable, that we're headed in a direction, whether it's next year or the year after that, where everything is going to be behind that paywall. In other words, what I'm saying is 2K ain't doing nobody no favors. It's a business, man, and I'm not knocking them. So for the 2K nut huggers, I'm not knocking their success at the way in which they pursue business. What I'm saying, I'm speaking from the consumer's perspective, as we should have this argument. $5 from Pilot Man. Appreciate the $5. They aren't gonna buy it. It's hold on, what the hell me said? The same people who said they aren't gonna buy it is still gonna buy it. This is facts. This is a tweet from Pilot Man on YouTube. Salute to you, man. Appreciate that. Them 2K executive bonus is gonna be like 80 million this year. It was up to 70, upper 70s. It was above 70 million for 2K23. I could, and hopefully Herb Scribner, the reporter for the Washington Post that's been posting this stuff about their pay, hopefully he keeps up with this, because I imagine those things are going over 100 million. Mark my words. Over 100 million. And I imagine Herb Scribner is going to be the man to send out that stuff after he gets those numbers in. Think about it, y'all. They went from 2K22 to 2K23 solely based off the microtransactions that are currently in the game. Solely based off of that, they got a $40 million raise between two people. They got paid, the two of them, and there's only one small portion of their contract. 30 million, 32 million, something like that. And for 2K22, 2K23, that number skyrocketed to 70 plus million. That was a boost of about 40 million. If they add another 40 million to that, that's over 100 million. What I'm getting at here is now you're going to add the additional revenue from seasons, along with the yearly microtransactions that they're already proven successful at. 150 million. That's on, and that contract is in place until 2029. Get it together, y'all. Stop being so naive. And again, this is not a hate 2K stream. I love 2K. For the folks that think, because I was hearing these young boys talk, Red, appreciate you, Red. Regardless, 100K on the way. We're going to go crazy. If you guys don't know, appreciate the $5 super chat, Red. Thank you. All City Big Red in the building. If you guys don't know, we have a tremendous goal. We have 440 people in here. We have a tremendous goal of reaching 100K subscribers this year. Right now, I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube, both of them. If you're on YouTube, please take a second and consider subscribing, or just stick around for the live stream and see if you're willing to subscribe at the end, because I don't just want subscribers. I want folks who want to follow. Even if you're a leader, drop a follow, because this is open dialogue. I'm up for debate. I'm up to hear I'm wrong. I'm up to hear why I'm wrong in my viewpoints. This is not me talking to y'all. This is me talking with y'all. No ego, y'all. No ego. You don't need to agree with me. I knew 2K was sounding it, but here's the thing, Kenneth. I said this. We talked about this. 2K right now is expecting a 7% decline in consumer sales for this first quarter. We talked about this. But what we also talked about was no way that 2K was going to knowingly take a 7% decline in consumer sales without having something to make up for it on the back end. Here we go. Paid for seasons. Now, it's not an obligation to pay for seasons until you guys see the rewards. Now, here's the kicker, y'all. I appreciate that, Smoes. Oh, what up, True? I'm going to get to the comments in just a second before we pull up the seasons and start getting it. I'll get to the comments. We'll read off the comments, create some dialogue, and then I'll jump into show you guys the seasons. But here's the kicker, y'all. Since seasons have come out, what we've been asking for have been gameplay enhancements. Forget about the cosmetic stuff. Gameplay enhancements. And I just thank you, JB. Thanks for the sub. This is a company. I want to take you a little further back before I continue on about gameplay enhancements. There's a company that I used to grind so hard, and the vets out there know what I'm talking about. We used to grind just to get to Mascot. Now, that grind was way longer and way bigger grind, way tougher grind than any of these legend runs. Just getting to Mascot was like hitting legend in these last 3 2Ks. That grind took so long, you got no free rewards during that process. Do you know what they asked for? How many of you guys could tell me what they asked for when you like reached the level of mascot? When that joint unlocked in older 2Ks? How much VC do you think they asked you for as your reward? As your reward for your grind, you got to pay 2K. That's what they said. This is the company we're talking about. This extremely tedious grind. After you completed that grind, they said, okay, now you can buy a mascot for 300,000 VC. The mascots, the same mascots that you get for free right now. Back in the day, we used to have to grind to get the opportunity to unlock it and then pay 300K VC. Sickening. So when I hear this stuff, I'm like, come on, we knew this was coming. That's why 2 years ago, I dropped a video saying they're trying to desensitize us to get to pay for seasons. Just, they need the analytics. So 2K, when they incorporate something like seasons, they need the analytics so they could properly roll it out. And this is all done in a process that seems like it's long. It seems like it's long for the folks that are living day by day. It seems like a long process. For folks that aren't creators, this is like the beginning of seasons felt like years ago. But for somebody like me, I get to see the process happen. So I was able to quickly revert back to the old video and say 2 years ago, I said they was going to try to make us pay for seasons. It's going to turn into a microtransaction. Sure enough, here we are. It just is what it is. I get it, but I get that it's the nature of business, but is it going to be worth it? Because on Call of Duty, I don't mind paying, but the gameplay is amazing on Call of Duty. Let's get to the comments, man. Let's keep this dialogue going. I've done enough talking. That's my rant. I did 30 minutes of talking right there. Man, I love it. I love it. Let's talk about it. Agent Q, I'll be playing my career and play now all year. You can have a lot of folks switching. How much if we bought each level for $199? Facts, they are offering you the opportunity to purchase a level, like a level skip. So if you see something at one particular level and you just want to get to that level so you can get the reward, you can pay $199 to skip to that level instantly. All City, what rewards do you think they put in premium so they make us pay? We don't know what rewards are going to be in there just yet. I imagine during this first year, they're going to put some decent rewards in there, but they're going to have to, who knows? I think 2K is arrogant enough to just give us banners and maybe a basketball and the bootleg t-shirt and the season 8 suit. I think they're arrogant enough to just put all that goofy stuff into the free version. But I think things like the badge point, double XP, things like that are going to be more in line in the premium version. They may just screw it up altogether. Who knows? But the season suit, yeah. 40 times 199, 79.60. Thank you, Anthony Arnold. The problem will be, since they added my team, we'll be getting a lot. No, hold on. So I want to give you guys. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into it because I don't want any confusion. I don't want you guys to be confused about what's going on here. I'll show you guys. So whether you play my team or if you play my career, you're going to get both rewards. So it's not like you have to play. Oh man, beginner with the $9.99 super chat. Salute to you. Oh man, appreciate you. Don Dada said I'm paying for everything. The good stuff we're gonna have to pay for. Yeah, that's how I feel too. But I don't want you guys to be confused. Y'all 540 in the chat. Salute to y'all, man. Drop a like or drop a sub if you can. Consider it. You can help us get one step closer to 100K this year. So that you guys aren't confused about these seasons, whether you play my team or you play my career, you will be getting the rewards for both. So it's not like the current seasons where you have 40 rewards and in those rewards, my team rewards were sprinkled in there. Nah, that's not the way this is going to be. So for the free version, you're getting a total of 80 rewards. Whether you play only My Career, you're still going to receive My Team rewards in case you go over into that mode. But your rewards for playing My Career will be completely for My Career as well. It's not like certain levels you're only going to get a My Team reward. So 80 rewards, 40 for My Career, 40 for My Team in whichever mode you play on. It says it here. Each level achieved 1 through 40 in My Team or My Career will unlock a reward for both modes. So hopefully you guys understand that. That's pretty dope. So give credit where credit is due. I'd imagine rookie to veteran grind will slow considering the season pass boost. Yeah, exactly. That's the incentive. That's another incentive for purchasing the Hall of Fame version. You'll get a 15% XP boost. And for folks that are on the legend grind, it makes it that much easier to reach your ultimate goal in becoming a veteran for 2K24. $9.99 gets you, paying $9.99 gets you an additional 40 rewards. That's just paying the $9.99 version. So you'll get 40 premium rewards under the $9.99 version. Plus you'll get 40 of the My Career rewards and 40 of the My Career rewards. The same rewards, the same as the free version, but you get the 40 additional. And then you get 4 total under the $9.99 version. You get 4 season pass rewards. So that's pretty dope as well. The differences between Pro and Hall of Fame. You're paying an additional $10 for the Hall of Fame version, and what you're paying for, the additional $10 to help clear this up. We could go through it so you guys get this and there won't be any confusion, and you could decide here on this live stream whether it's going to be worth it to pay. Although we don't know the rewards, I'm going to tell you the differences between $9.99 and $19.99. $9.99 gets you the 120 rewards, but so does the $20 version. The Hall of Fame version versus the Pro gets you the same amount of rewards as far as the season. But you'll get 1 additional reward for season pass rewards. 1 additional. You'll get 4 for the $9.99 version. You'll get 5 for the Hall of Fame version. The Hall of Fame version gets you a 15% XP boost, which that's going to incentivize those legend grinds, or veteran grinds, I should say. And you also get an instant 10 level skip. I have a feeling 2K is going to fail here because they usually don't know how to lay out these rewards. What's going to be 10 level skips if all the initial first levels, like 1 through 10, are usually trash? We'll see what happens when they do those premium rewards, but you'll get 10 instant level skips. Mind you, y'all, keep this in mind as well, because a lot of people are forgetting about this. Keep this in mind, y'all. This is per season. I don't think 2K has confirmed this yet, but I imagine, especially considering that it says 10 level skips, that this is per season. We have 9 seasons. You're either paying $90 or $180. $90 for the Pro every season, or $180 additional for Hall of Fame every season. You got to hear, sometimes we got to hear their numbers. Like sometimes we got to hear somebody say, this is what you're going to pay for it to actually resonate. Because if you're spending $20 every 6 weeks, you're like, I could do that. That's nothing. That's how we usually, a lot of us live life like that. I'll go buy that. I don't feel like cooking. I'm going to go to Mickey D's, or I'm going to go to this place, this restaurant here. But if you added up all the money you spent on food outside instead of going to the supermarket and cooking food in your house, it only makes sense then. But a lot of you don't like to do that math. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. You're young. You're on the move. Sometimes you're paying for the convenience of having your food made for you. I get that. But do the math. Be responsible and do the math. So this way you're not just throwing money out the window for the sake of convenience. And if you learn to practice, if you learn to make this way of living your practice, it'll come easy. It'll seem like second nature to cook your own food. It's what we got going on with 2K right now. We could cook our own food. We could go out there and grind our bills and not pay nothing. We could just use this free season and not pay nothing. But what does your overall experience end up being by the end of the year? And that's what 2K. Another 1% discount. You don't have to buy it. There you go. Hi Trav said, HT Trav said you don't need to buy it. Facts. There's facts, y'all. I think everybody in the 2K community knows that you don't have to buy it. Now, let me give you some insight into the 2K culture. Maybe you, in particular, haven't dove deep into the 2K culture yet. When you end up diving deep into the 2K culture, that's when folks are more, or let's say not even only that. Let's say you work a 9 to 5. There's no time to grind. If it's your intention to play online and you work your 9 to 5 or you're working 60 hours a week, you think you want to spend that 2 hours frustrated in my career? If you find enjoyment in that, so be it. I get it. It's fun for you. I get it. But the folks that want to play online, which is what 2K is taking advantage of, that need and urge to want to play online, they want to get out there and play the game mode that they purchased the game for. This is the dilemma here. Surely nobody has to pay. That's the argument that 2K can use at court. Nobody has to pay. But when 2K makes the grind so long, you're paying for convenience. And sometimes that convenience has more value than the actual grind or saving money for the sake of grinding. Or grinding for the sake of saving money, I should say. This is so BS, man. I'm already grown and can buy this. I'm good financially, but this ish is so scummy. There you go. Say it again, Francisco. Say it again for the folks in the back. Yeah, man. It's like we get it. We get it. You know, you don't have to buy it. You can, you know, pursue it. I'm not muted. My mic is not muted. Does everybody in the stream hear me? Somebody said that my mic was muted. Can somebody confirm that you guys hear me? I imagine you do. I hear you. All right. Thanks, y'all. Thanks, Big Drew. Just training. Appreciate y'all. The live stream is going in and out. We hear you. All right. He lied. All right. Cool. Yes, we hear you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, y'all. I appreciate y'all. You can be level 40 day one if you spend $80. Thanks, y'all. Salute to y'all, man. 670 in the chat. The number is going up. It looks... All right, let's put this out there, y'all. Because this is what 2K understands. We have 670 in the chat right now. Drop a sub if you're new here. You could help us get to 100K. I'll always continue to say that until we reach our goal. This is the type of thing, because 2K understands numbers. Let's put it in number format. If you think paid for seasons are an L, type a 1 in the chat. If it's a W, type the number 2 in the chat. Paying for seasons is an L, type 1. If paying for seasons is a W, type 2. Let them numbers roll up. Whether it's a 2, keep it a buck. Whether it's a 2 or a 1, keep it a buck. A lot of people, I see a lot of 2s in there. I see 2s. I don't know. It looks like 1s are actually, 1 saying it's a L. It's paying for seasons is a L are the 1s. If it's a W, you type a 2. I see a lot of 1s. And there's the type, look at the stream can't even keep up. Like the chat is supposed to be popping up on the side there. It can't even keep up. So I think this is the type of stuff that 2K understands when they see those numbers. You know, they see the numbers. That's what they understand. I appreciate y'all making that happen, man, because I can't tell you personally if I feel it's a L or a W until I see the incentives, until I see the actual rewards. And if they make sense, a lot of people are going to expect that if we're paying for rewards, they should have gameplay enhancements. Should they have gameplay enhancements as premium rewards? If they have gameplay enhancements as premium rewards, there's going to be another argument on top of that for the folks that don't want to pay. What do we say to them folks? How about the homies in the chat that said, yo, you don't have to pay? How about those homies? The ones in the chat that say, yo, you don't have to pay. What if the premium version offered them folks that paid gameplay enhancements? It's a slippery slope, y'all. It's a slippery slope. Because if folks are paying, they're going to expect gameplay enhancement rewards. But for the folks that ain't paying are going to say, it turned into a pay to win. What the hell type of BS is this? He's doing that move because he paid for it. That move is glitchy because he paid for it. Wait till they put new badges behind the wall. Woo-wee. Wait until they put new badges behind the reward. New animations behind a season thing. Bruh, the +1 sleeve in there and the extra badges. Now that's fair. Now that's not fair. You see what I'm saying? You said, like the homie said, now that's not fair. But the folks that are paying for the seasons and during this initial process, they're going to want to see gameplay enhancements as those rewards. NBA 2Pay. Now, the homie said, just keep it cosmetics. Chef Levi said, just keep it cosmetics. I'll bring it back to Call of Duty. Call of Duty, you can get a gun in your season pass that has the attachments that allow you to go out there and instantly compete in your season pass. For 2K's paid portion of the season pass to be successful, they're going to have to offer some type of incentive that enhances your gameplay. What about me? Am I gonna pay for the seasons? It's all dependent. Now, I'll say this. Thank you. $20 for cosmetics ain't going down. I don't think it's going down. Am I gonna pay for it? I have to see the value in the pass. I'm hoping that 2K doesn't try to pull another something else slick, and not show us what's in the pass before we make that purchase. Am I mistaken in thinking that most season passes right now let you see the whole pass before you make the purchase? I know it's like that on Call of Duty, but am I mistaken that other games that have season passes, do they allow you to see the rewards before you make the purchase? Maybe y'all can let me know. That's facts. Okay. Pay $20 to unlock all moves straight away. But for people who don't pay, you need to do the challenges. Yes. All right. So the homies are saying, yeah. So you can see the rewards. 2K got to let us see the rewards. If I find value, if I don't find value, you know, I'm going to make a video and talk about the rewards. Even if I find value, or not, I'm going to make a video and talk about it. But seeing the season pass and seeing the value, seeing how it's going to translate to Encore gameplay is where I'll be able to make the decision on whether or not to pay. Either way, you guys could keep it locked here because I'm going to be talking about it. And I'm not, again, this is not a hate 2K stream, y'all. I want to make that clear to y'all. If it has value, I will pay, and I think it'll be worth it. But it has to have value. I understand 2K is a business. I get it for the 2K nut huggers out there. For you guys hanging off the pelitos, I get it, B. Well, you want to back up 2K, I get it. They're a business. We know they're going to do this. They are extremely successful at what they do. I know they finna go down this road. I get it. But out here in this stream, we're talking about the consumer's perspective. What does this mean for the player who's in his house that doesn't need they don't even want to understand why 2K does what they do. They just want to understand why are they paying more money? Right? Why I'm paying more money? 2K and their henchmen are like trying to create an argument that we as consumers are supposed to understand why 2K does this. We don't need to understand nothing. Keep saying that. Telling me what I gotta understand. I'm grown as hell. You telling me what I gotta understand to make your business more successful. Man, Ricky Slick said, appreciate the $4.99 super chat. It's like, damn if you do pay, damn if you don't pay. Elon Musk working for 2K. Mofos gotta pay to have a blue check like Twitter. It's gonna be unfair. And I'm about to pay for that blue check myself. But yeah, it just sucks. $19.99 gonna turn to $23.65 real quick. Mortgage needs to be paid. 2K is quickly becoming an expense that you have to put into your monthly budget. And to each their own, because some folks can't put a price on the value of entertainment. And that was the argument that Kai was making yesterday. When the game is good, you can't put a price on the value for the entertainment. But when the game is mediocre, that's when you start questioning how much money you're paying. Even if the game is amazing, eventually you'll question yourself, but because of your love for the game, your love of whatever entertainment venue you choose to pursue, you just dish out that money. But 2K hasn't achieved greatness. They've been falling, I should say, they've achieved greatness in previous versions of 2K. But they've been falling short of greatness for at the very least, the last 3 iterations. And that's my opinion. That's just my opinion. I'm not influencing y'all. I'm not trying to say that y'all should feel the same way. That is my opinion. But I tell you, my opinion is a collective. My opinion is coming also from a person who's been playing the game since the very first 2K on Dreamcast, the very first one. This opinion is developed from a place where we used to have so much fun and not pay not $1 outside of that unit sale. And we used to play the game day in, day out, all hours of the day. You couldn't get us off 2K. Now it's hard to get us on 2K. Again, my opinion, because I keep thinking of the Twitter space last night. Uncle Demi was saying that the player base is larger than it's ever been on any 2K. 2K23 blew those numbers out the frame. 199 from Jailhawk said, had money saved up using 210 on 2K. People gotta save up. Yeah, you gotta save up. This better be NBA 2K Live. Pro-Am walk-on died with the game. This is the model for all business that can build a subscription. Hold on. Tim and Tanner said that can build a subscription model into it. All your entertainment has this type of model. There needs to be regulations to make sure cost equals value to consumer. Right now, it doesn't seem regulated. That's big facts. We're like in a sensitive area where right now a lot of this stuff isn't regulated. And I think it needs, similar to what Tim and Tanner said, it needs to be regulated before companies like 2K get their hands on it and throw this whole joint for like a wild ride. we'll be paying 2K. Will mess around and drop $100 seasons. They'll mess around just to lead the way. Put my shirt up there. Just to mess around and try to lead the way. There we go. So which version of the game make more sense to you? Well, hands down, I've explained that. I'm going to be going with the standard version. I will be buying $100 worth of VC, and then we'll go from there. Especially last year, I spent a lot of money this past year, only to be extremely disappointed with the end result. Y'all don't have to pay for seasons if you don't want to. The fact that you have to spend dollars on it and not VC. That's what the homie said. Maybe you're new, maybe you just got here, but one of the first things I said is surely you don't have to pay for seasons. But it's a naive thought process to think that 2K is not going to highly encourage or highly entice you guys to pay for seasons, which means that the best rewards will be locked behind the paid version of the season pass. Just like you don't have to pay any money on your build. You can make that choice to spend 1 month grinding your build. This is stuff that we know, but the reason why it's a problem is because 2K makes the grind take so long that you miss out on what you actually purchased the game for. So if a homie like you purchased the game to play My Career, you have no issue here. The homies that play My Career all day, they have no worry in the world. But if you've gotten hip to playing online, and if you experience any level of enjoyment playing online and the differences between playing online and offline, I do not even play a game offline. And if I do, I'm like clenching my jaw because it's so mind-numbingly boring. So I personally love to play online, which is where 2K gets us. 2K knows that they get the majority of their microtransactions from folks who play online. So if you play offline, this has nothing to do with you. You're not spending money on 2K. Online players make like 5 builds within the first 2 months. That's $500. Crossplay, we don't know what it's going to look like. Madden didn't have a successful start to crossplay, at least within the first 12 hours or so. 2K is going to have a rough start as well. And I'm not jumping on that bandwagon because we got to see after the first day. 2K always has issues with their service the first day. City, the stitching on your jersey is crazy like 2K. We was talking about that. Appreciate that, Ricky Slick. Thanks for the $1.99 super chat. But yeah, we was talking about that earlier. Dandara said people spend $150 a week on weed and they want to judge me for buying my levels. Dreamcast was amazing. I ain't gonna front. All right, let's get to the comments, y'all. Let's talk about it. Let me move this here. We're gonna get comfortable. I'm gonna lay back, chill, vibe out. We'll spend the rest of the stream kicking it and seeing what it is all about. Bing Bing said weed is actually helpful. No Vaseline, Q Boss said. No Vaseline, huh? I've never spent a dime in my team and build a squad better than the ones that paid. See, and there's the difference here. Like if you never spend a dime on my team, from what I understand, my team is a grind as well. And a lot of people take pride in this idea that I never spent a dime and I build a squad better than a lot of people who spent money on the grind. But what I'm getting at here is that folks are paying to play the mode that they want to play in as soon as possible. So while you're grinding, they're playing because they paid. So you're still grinding, they're paying. That's the difference here. That's why I don't think folks are understanding. I know the offline folks or the grinders out there could never understand this because it hasn't locked into you yet that folks really just want to get out there and play, compete, I should say. The grind has become tedious to a lot of online players. So they just want to bring their player out ready to compete. And I get that you guys don't understand that. I don't need you guys to understand that because I totally understand your perspective. You play offline, you don't need to pay for nothing. And you look at the online folks like they fools for playing, like for paying to play. But that's what it's come to. We pay to play. It's just unfortunate it's come to that because we used to be able to get out there and play without having to pay. And that wasn't too long ago. Let's go back to 2K12 VC prices. Madden 24 is hot garbage. Keep Turner. Waiting till Black Friday. They're not going to give you no discount on the seasons. $9.99 from the Lord still over me. Appreciate that. $9.99. Salute to you, man. Appreciate that. The Lord still love me. Matter of fact, is what it said. The Lord still love me. Salute to you. Appreciate that, man. I'm sick. I gain share with my boy. My turn to buy. So what 200 for my players and the game? F you. That's rounding to about what? He said 2K charger. Antonio said 2K is charging lamp dance prices. Niner boy said first time since 2K16 that he's not buying. I ain't going to 704 in the chat. Chat, man, you guys be having us lit. You know, ideally, I only like to stream for an hour. But over the last couple of days, you guys been lighting us up, and I truly appreciate that, by the way. Man, it's been just such a joy. This whole journey has been amazing. And hopefully we could continue this journey to get us to 100K this year. I think we deserve it. We put a lot of work in and we've been doing it for years. This YouTube and Twitch stuff is not all we do, yeah. We host leagues. We host paid tournaments, cash prize tournaments. We have a Discord built to help players become better at 2K, get that aptitude down. We have a paid one-on-one service as well, where if you need help with your badges, you can subscribe within our Discord as an option. The good majority and best part of Discord is that it's free. You can find players to run with. Over, well, close to 27,000 members. We should be hitting that any day now. You got questions, we got answers. Everybody's always willing to help. But we try to have our own little impact on the community. In 2K24, our priority is going to be fun, regardless of what 2K is going to be like. Hopefully, it is going to be fun. Everything that they're talking about, all the changes sound like a super W. Hopefully, it is going to be fun. But if it's not fun, by any chance, our community is going to work really hard on creating that fun, trying to bring back the fun factor. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it is going to be fun, though. How much do you think you're going to spend? So Q's Town God said, how much do you think you're going to spend this year? I'm going to be extra cautious with how I spend my money on 2K this year. And I'll keep you guys posted throughout the year. If I make more than 3 builds, I'm going to need y'all to hold me accountable. I'm going to need y'all to really say, homie, you say you was only making 3 builds. What's good? You know, there's a lot of creators that just want yes men around them. I'm not one of those dudes. If I make more than 3 builds, I need y'all to hold me accountable and do whatever it takes, whether you unsubscribe or unfollow, do whatever it takes to make sure that I acknowledge I should only be making 3 builds max for 2K24. That's my own little effort to hold 2K accountable for what they did in 2K23. They developed in me a mistrust for their business ethics. They developed in me a mistrust for the way in which they changed the game right in front of us and turn our bills that we invested money into as like not such a logical option to bring out there. It's not viable. Oh man, Beginner City, thank you for all you and the admins do for the appreciate that $9.99 super chat. Oh man, Beginner. Oh yeah, 1 guard, 1 big center. Yes, yes. Hold me accountable, man. We need to hold each other accountable. It's important that we hold each other accountable. 1 guard, 1 big, and 1 forward. So I'm thinking a wing or a lockdown. It's going to either be a wing or a lockdown. I want a 6'3" player, and I want a big man. Real Lil T, what up, man? I'm trying to do the same. It do be hard, though. Big WAP paying battle pass wages in here. What's your favorite 2K, and how would you feel if you were a kid growing up in these 2Ks? So I spoke about this in a video, and it was like, it really hit home. Because if I was a kid now trying to come up and play 2K and thinking of getting into content creation, a kid now, mind you, the very first 2K, I was already in my first apartment. I was already living on my own. And that was when it came out on Dreamcast. So I was still a kid per se, but I was living as a grown adult. As of right now, if 2K came out now and we had to pay these prices, my whole trajectory in life would be completely different. I imagine that I wouldn't even be able to enjoy video games like I did. Video games was a huge part of my escape when I was younger. I was always in the streets, and I come from a large group of folks. So what I'm getting at here is I was born in the middle building, in the middle of 3 projects. So I'm dead center in the middle of 3 projects, and my building was dead center in the middle of my projects. We were poor. So any little money I could rack up, or if I traded something with somebody, I could trade. I remember trading a catcher's mitt for like a ton of Atari games. So this is how we would hustle our way to kind of get video games. And back then, it'd be like $10. You could get a decent game for $10. I remember going to games. Well, I think it was EB and Funkoland. And I remember I would be in there just looking at all the games, going through every one, turning it around. You know. But you had an option to purchase. If I was coming up now under the same unfortunate circumstances, that dead seriously wouldn't be able to even consider the idea of entertaining video gaming. And that sucks, man. That just sucks. That just sucks, man. If I have to pay $20 a month to be competitive with paying for the game and bills, I probably won't buy the game after 8 years straight. I used to trade in games, so kids, tough-ish. We all had to come up from the bottom too. Facts. And you could trade back for the good money. Yeah. Yeah. I remember Funkoland. Yep. $5 rentals. That the chat is moving. Now people gotta contemplate on they're gonna upgrade their player. Facts, because it ain't like we're just. I think folks understand, like, say for you parents out there, how about for you parents out there? I think you understand when your kid comes to you and says, hey, can I get this game? It costs $70. The parents that are living check to check are thinking, if it makes him happy, I could give him $70 for this game. After purchasing the game, because kids know what they do, they're not going to say, can you give me $170? They're going to say, can you get me this game? It costs $70. After they get the game, then they're going to put the pouty eyes on and come to you say, well, now I need VC to upgrade my player, or else I can't play online with my friends, because we go to school, we talk about it. So they, you know, they're out there, they're playing online, and I can't go online now because I got to spend all this time grinding my player out. Can I get $100 to any parent is going to hold on a second. You're telling me the game costs you $70, but inside the game, they want you to spend $100 to upgrade your player? This is why I can't understand how it hasn't become a bigger issue. Because I know parents got to be tripping when their kid comes. Imagine a kid, those words could have never, ever come out my mouth as a kid. Ever, not even a thought. It was hard enough to, dead seriously, I'm not kidding y'all, to get a dime for a 10-cent icy or a 10-cent pack of seeds. Now these kids are like, yo, can you give me $100 so I can upgrade? $100? Didn't I buy you the game already? Yeah, you bought me the game, but to upgrade my player, I need $100. Ah, man. And then I heard this argument that folks are saying, get your money up. If you can't afford 2K, then something's wrong with you. Something wrong with you. You better stop that nonsense, man. You are not going to attempt to devalue a dollar. The country we live in alone devalues the dollar enough. Not going to have some dude who living out of his car, but you got a nice car. You know them dudes that just get a nice car, but they live in a bootleg apartment? You are not going to try to G me into believing that $170 should be nothing. It's not going down, man. And it's that type of talk that leads the way for these companies to continue increasing the prices. You're not going to shame me into believing that $170 is not a lot of money. For entertainment, that's a lot of money. Save the nonsense, B. How about you save that $170 and then rack it up the next year, and then rack it up the next year after that, and then go buy you something nice? My mama would have slapped me crazy. That's what the homie said. Facts. I don't want to pay the 70. I drive trucks. There you go. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You're going to pay 2K their money. You can say you're not, but you will. Oh, I am. I am paying the money. I'm paying, y'all. Let me clear something up. I am paying for the standard version, and I know at the very least I'll be spending throughout the year maybe $500 on VC. At the least. I'm only intending to make 3 builds, but I imagine I'll pay the $100 for each build, and then another $100 for just boost costs and things like that. Yeah, I'm buying 2K24. Just like 2K set the standards for all gaming costs $6.99. They're trying to set another precedent in gaming with having paid game with $20 battle pass. Thank you. This is why it's important that we take hold now. And we, at least at the very least, go into these seasons understanding. Don't be naive, because this is just the first step. It's dangerous when a company like 2K gets their hands on paid battle passes or paid seasons. It's dangerous because they already are making tons of money solely off of builds and microtransactions for virtual skill boosts. So, you know, it's a scary time. And like the homie Tim and Tannis said, these things don't seem like they're regulated enough for the company to show that these rewards that they're putting into a season pass or a battle pass could provide value. So whoever regulates this stuff, how do they actually know that it's giving value to the consumer unless they get that feedback from the consumer? This is why I recommend you guys, if you do have issues with 2K, probably one of the best places to take your issues is on the Better Business Bureau. If you got issues with 2K and you want some of the right people to see what your issues are, take it to the Better Business Bureau. Take it to Metacritic. Put your arguments on there. Saying your arguments in a live stream or on a tweet, that's 2K. 2K filter that stuff. The right people aren't going to see that. 80 to 150 for the game, then paying $20 for each season. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy. And Peep, last comment, you have to repost it because the chat is moving. Explaining these 2K transactions to my wife is going to be worse than playing with my casuals. Supreme TDK, good luck, man. About to be a $1,000 game. It already was a $1,000 game for me, 2K23. And that's why I'm making sure that I try to balance it out with 2K24. Not gonna lie, I'm grinding my career in 24. 23 dug deep in my pockets over time, and for others right away. Yeah, all at the same blow them up. Even with the economy now and prices in the store, things is hard. I'm not gonna pay 60 and change with 100. Yeah, to go on top of that. What up, Ash? What's goody? If it's all cosmetics, I'm cool. If not, we have to march. But, you know, for the folks that are paying the $20, how are they going to feel if it's only cosmetic items? I guarantee you the argument is going to be, and Kai was making this argument last night, that seasons need, if I'm not mistaken, it was Kai Splash that was saying seasons need gameplay enhancement rewards. If I'm not, I don't want to put words in the homie's mouth. I know somebody said that in the space last night. The games that charge for seasons don't have characters. You have to pay $100 to upgrade. Thank you, Charles. That was the point that I made earlier. That's the differences here. This is where 2K separates itself from the competition, where other competitors are charging for season passes or battle passes. They don't have, when you get on that game, you don't have to pay $100 to get your player up enough to compete. You pay your battle pass, you make the decision, do I pay this $20? And get stuff in that pass that helps me play better online. 2K is saying, nah, you pay to get your build up so you can take advantage of this season pass and what they're offering. Now, I don't know if the season pass is going to have value on it. It probably will. If it has value, this is my testament, y'all. If the season pass has value, I will be making videos and talking about the value of the season pass and what it does for you. If it doesn't have value, you know, I'm going to make a video about that as well. But I just mean to say some folks get this misconception that I'm against 2K. I'm against their business ethic, and I hate that their business ethic is corrupting the creativity for gameplay development. That's what I'm against. If you guys need clarity on that. I am not against 2K. I am not against the 2K development team. I'm against the business side that clouds what 2K is supposed to be like for the consumer. And I'm always going to be against that. But 2K, the game, I love it. And if it has value, I'm going to pay. Do I expect everybody to pay? Nah. Do I advise y'all to pay? Nah, because their business ethic is wrong. I'm always going to feel that way about any company who pursues business in this way. All I know is as a consumer, me, I used to play and have tons. This is what I know. This is where I simplify things. I know I used to play the game way more hours than I play now. And I never paid one additional dollar outside of the unit sale. And we're talking about these are legend runs. 2K20, a complete legend run. 2K16, legend runs. The best 2Ks, I hit legend. These are hours. Everybody knows what it took to hit legend in the older versions of the game. So I spent a ton of time on 2K and not had to spend $1. But now it's almost impossible to play 2K that much time and not spend an additional $1. Almost impossible to play online consistently in that way like we once used to. So that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at. That's what I hate about 2K. That's what I hate what 2K turned into. Have a great day. Unfortunately, I need to go to a meeting to make that money for the season pass. I will see you in the Discord. All right, appreciate you, Tim and Tannis. 2K players being super naive are part of the problem. Get your money up. Sheeple. Yeah. Yeah. Get your money up. Imagine trying to shame me. You don't know what's going on in the homie's life, but because he makes a decision that he doesn't feel the entertainment value in 2K is worth that amount of money, folks try to shame you into feeling like you should be able to pay for this stuff. Hell nah. Don't feel ashamed, y'all. Whether you grind or not. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it for whatever reason. Maybe you got all the money in the world, but you feel like your savings are more important than putting that money on 2K. Smart man. Because while these folks paying for bills and paying for that, you be saving up for your new house. You know how many folks' cars finna be repossessed this year? You know how many folks finna live out their car this year with a portable PlayStation? The portable PlayStation is coming soon. Folks finna be like, F rent, F that mortgage. I got my portable PlayStation. I'm gonna park right at this Starbucks or McDonald's and I'm playing 2K. Who said get your money up? They bugging. Facts. I saw this. 2K dash shoes as a premium reward. I can see that. I can see that for sure. Oh, City, me being mentally disabled, I was scraping for bread. I bought the $100 edition, paying an additional $160 prior thinking. I can earn everything for 8 seasons is rough. Yep. Smart rich people don't get rich with the mentality of not caring what they spend money on. Thank you, Rome 2 Dank. Yes. Again, this is not a against 2K, against 2K development. I'm against 2K's business ethic and how it's corrupting the creativity for development. That's what I'm against. Because had it not clouded that vision of creativity for development, we would have had amazing a while ago. And they would have been continually, instead of trying to continually top sales numbers, they would have been continually trying to top and lead the way in innovation for creativity in video gaming. They would have set that bar so high that it wouldn't have been, we would have understood why there's no competition for 2K. We would have easily understood that. But as soon as the business side of things started taking over, and not to say that I think it was always there, but the aggressiveness in microtransactions just took that a whole new route. It was like it was headed down this way, and then somebody just swerved onto the microtransaction road because it really kind of came out of nowhere. We were chilling, coasting. What's that famous highway in California? I forget that they made a song about Route 66, something like that. But we were coasting. It was sunny. It was beautiful. We were just coasting. And then the greedy homie who was in the passenger seat saw that he could get a bag over here down microtransaction road. And he just took the wheel and swerved that joint. And they never looked back. There was a fork in the road, and they took that microtransaction road, and they ain't looking back. Get your kicks on Route 66. 2K introduced me to cryptography back in 2013. 2K making all this bread and still can't give us low latency. Yeah, it's facts though. Low latency servers. Like, what about that? I'd rather get a beating from my grandmother than buy that season for salute to y'all. Good vibes, man. Good vibes. I think and this platform, I try and be as transparent as possible with my thoughts and creating dialogue with y'all. But no matter what I say, folks will take it out of context and say, I thought you hated the game. Even though I said on many occasions, I don't hate the game. And I've said multiple times in the stream, I just hate that business is clouding the vision of creativity and innovation. So whatever guilt trip you intend to put me on, I only speak a few words per se daily. This is why I don't mince words, because I've been brought up to know that what you speak, you got to stand on. So it's very easy for me to stand on what I speak. So when folks want to guilt trip me into saying I said this or I said that, go ahead on. It ain't going to work, Brody. I'm grown. You ain't going to confuse me about the things that I say. Let me see what the homie said here. On Demon Time 209 said, I would love to grind my build all day, every day. Unfortunately, I have to work. 2K, take my $20. Perfect example. Bro, you speak facts. Haters gonna hate. It is what it is, Randy. The homie said it. I work, homie. Like, you think I'm finna grind when I get home? Nah, my friends are playing. Because while I was at work, they had a job, you know, they ain't got a job right now. You already know the routine. Nah, the homie's out of work right now. What had happened was, so he's chilling at home while you at work. He's waiting for you to get home, and you know he's waiting for you to get home. You get home, he hits you up, yo, you ready to get on? What happens when you tell the homie, nah, B, I gotta grind? Like, yo, you know what they finna say. Nah, you tripping, bro. Just pay the money. You working. Pay the money. The dude ain't working. You working, bro. Pay the money. All right. All right. Then now you got to have an argument with your wife and this bill ain't getting paid or whatnot. Come on, man. 2K breaking up homes. You still have to grind the pass and character overall, unless you spend about $80 on a season pass and $80 on VC, buddy. Yeah, that's the usual. Even drug dealers and steppers won't pay that much unless they're making a profit from it. And ain't that facts? We all got a homie like this. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I'm not tripping, y'all. I've really tried to keep my finger on the pulse. I'm not just a creator, and this is why it's easy for me to wing these live streams. Because we do this. Like, we're out in the party chats on Discord. We just kick it and talk about 2K and talk about things in general. So it's easy for me to create a video, speak harshly in a video, and then hit live to see what you got to say about it. Because there's no confusion in what I'm talking about. And I'm notorious, so I'm hella stubborn. It'll take a lot for folks to convince me otherwise from what I'm thinking, but I'm open for it is what I'm saying. Always respectful, open for it. But that's, you know, these live streams help me keep my finger on the pulse, so I can really feel what y'all feeling and get a little insight. And although I know this is just a small portion of the 2K community, a really minuscule portion of the 2K community, at least I could say that the community that was in here feels this way, at least the good majority of them. They feel like this. When it comes to an argument about VC prices, inflation costs, how much we pay for build, why are we paying for seasons, what are the rewards for seasons, things like this. A preview of 2K24 rewards were right in front of us. If you load up 2K23 and go to the arena parking lot in my career, it's clear as day what 2K had planned. You clearly see 2K's intention moving forward. I dropped a video 2 years ago saying that this was going to happen. I posted the video on Twitter saying that 2K, it seems like they're going to desensitize us, and that I have a feeling that seasons will indeed turn into a microtransaction. But don't let that discourage you, y'all. Don't let it, if you have the money to pay, and there is value within it because you have an option to just not pay for seasons. Let's not lose sight, because I still want to be enthusiastic about all the news for 2K24. I'm not trying to dampen anybody's spirits, but I want us to have a composed outlook and perspective on what to expect for 2K24. We're constantly reminded that the 2K business side of things are influencing creativity and innovation. We're constantly reminded of that. But I will say, in 2K24, it seems like the development team worked extra hard to deliver to us all that the community asked for. That's just what it seems like. Is that fact? We don't know yet. Will it sustain even if it is fact? We get the game, it's amazing. Will it sustain past patches? We don't know yet. If we're looking at history, negative, it's not going to sustain. But maybe they're turning a new leaf and maybe charging us. There could be a possibility that charging us more money keeps them happy. Giving us the game that we want keeps us happy. And I think for the individual, it's an unfair exchange that we got to pay, but it's a fairly decent compromise to where we would go otherwise, is what I'm getting at. And I'm trying to choose my words wisely when I'm saying that. It's just a fairly decent compromise, because otherwise where we would head is paying for a game that nobody likes. Because the game, and just leaving it all together and not having no basketball option. Here, this road, at least we got a basketball option. If they do give us everything we want in a video game with the consensus is that 2K24 is amazing, if it does so happen to turn out to be amazing, then okay. We know you're greedy. Take your money. We know you're greedy. Here, take your money. At least you gave me the game that I wanted, is what I'm thinking along those lines. I think everybody will feel a lot better about purchasing. Times are hard, man. Do you think any of the premium rewards will give players an edge? That's what we're wondering, Walter King. We're wondering if they're going to have gameplay enhancements in the game. Bro, some of us have money, but it shouldn't cost thousands of dollars to play a game. We see the boost makes it pay to win, and it's going to be wild when they hide the best animations behind paywalls. It is going to be wild. It is. But expect that to happen, yeah? Expect it to happen. Animations, the best rewards that we've received in previous versions of 2K will probably be locked behind a paywall. But like I said earlier, imagine they have behind the paywall, behind the premium version, imagine they have the option, or one of the rewards are for you to respec your build, reallocate your attributes on your build. That's a dope reward. Imagine they have 100K VC as one of the premium. Well, Gatorade boosts are already in seasons. Gatorade boosts are already in seasons, so we'll see. I thought it was a conflict as well, but we'll see, Christian. Marcus, look at Marcus Alston. What I tell you, look at Marcus Alston's statement. Bro, just get your money up. Simple. The same dude will be broke 5 years from now. The same dude. What you don't understand is the same dude is probably with a flashy chain, rims on his car, flashy car. Do you know that some of the richest people don't even wear a chain? Do you know some of the richest people look the bummiest? We're not talking about your type of rich. We're talking about wealth. Folks who have estates. Elevate your mind before getting your money up. How about that? Elevate your mind before getting your money up, so when you get your money up, you don't be stupid enough to waste all your money on 2K. How about that? You gotta save all the nonsense, man. You're talking to a grown-ass man. Save all the nonsense. Just because you see somebody playing 2K, you have no idea what they're about. If folks are complaining about an increase in cost, someone like me complaining about an increase in cost is more so worried about the future. Not right now. If you're paying this much now, in the future, you're expected to pay 10 to 100 times more. If you don't curb it now, where is it going in the future? Simple-minded, but sometimes simple minds need complex answers. It is what it is, man. You know, again, this is all good vibes. Hopefully that resonated with the young homie talking about get your money up. Simple. It reminds me of this. It reminds me of this. I think it was a TikTok I recently seen where this young boy is showing 20s, talking about he made stacks and just showing 20s with ones on the back end. Imagine telling a 10-year-old to get his money up. Facts. Facts. That's why these young boys are doing wild things. Ah, man. To each their own. To each their own. If you feel that you want to spend your money on 2K so that you can look like a baller, just naive, man. Just naive. I tell you one thing as well. A lot of the things that we strive to get, the materialistic things that we strive to get, make us look broke. There's always somebody ahead of us. You don't need to step on nobody to get a step ahead. Just do your own thing, man. If you let your money define you, trust me, down the line, you finna be disappointed. Don't let your money define you. Let your mind and your heart define you, who you are. Salute to y'all, man. Wishing y'all a safe and blessed rest of your night. We finna wrap it up on that note, man. Good vibes. Much love to all of y'all. Thank you all for helping me get one step closer to 100K this year. We will keep this thing going. Second I get more information, I'll drop it on the channel. Y'all be sure to drop a like and drop a sub if you can. If you're looking for players to run with on 2K in preparation for 2K24, come on out and join our Discord. All you got to do is type !Discord in the live